everyone, welcome to my channel and welcome to this video. My name's Alli and my channel is all about crafting a happier life. Now it has been a while since I've posted a video, I know, but I do have a couple great videos planned for you guys. But in this video today, I think I'm actually maybe most excited about this one. We're going to be doing some DIY Dollar Tree decor. I feel like Dollar Tree or the dollar store is known for having very junky looking items, but they are all very easily able to be given a facelift to look like an entirely new thing that you could find at a more higher end store. Now I'm kind of sticking to a little bit of a theme. I'm kind of doing some stuff for my kitchen because I really haven't done anything for that, but these DIYs could definitely be used anywhere throughout your house. So let's just dive right into the first one. To make this basket, you'll need at least 4 packs of the nautical rope that Dollar Tree sells. And then I also picked up this dollar pizza pan because I thought this would make the perfect size reference for my basket. However, this is completely optional. Basically, all you have to do is start spiraling the rope around each other to make the base of the basket. And I just did that using some hot glue and making sure I held it kind of securely as I wrapped it around. And this project was a little tedious, however, it has super great results, so just put on a good playlist, a podcast, some Netflix, and begin wrapping your rope all around to your desired size. Now, once you get to your desired size for the bottom, all you do is take the rope and begin wrapping it on top of the last ring that will begin to make your sides of your basket. Once your sides are all done, you could stop there, but I thought it needed some handles, and this is why I also wish I would have had a 5th pack of rope. I didn't, but I did have some twine that I had picked up from Dollar Tree. So I just took an excessive amount of that twine off the spool, folded it up a bunch of times, knotted it at the end, cut off the ends so that I could manipulate the strings, and just began braiding them into one very long braid. You could braid your 2 handles separately, but I just decided to do it all at once, get it over with. So once that's done, I actually took some more twine and wrapped it around the end, and then also in 2 segments right in the middle. And then what I did was take some scissors and cut between those 2 segments. That way I would have 2 separate handles completely secured with the wrapped around twine. Then all you do is glue those handles to the side of your basket. So this next DIY was a little bit of a DIY fail, but I thought I would show it to you anyways. Dollar Tree has the cutest glassware for only $1. For the first one, I used some matte Mod Podge and some tealy green color paint and mixed those together. Now when I did that, I realized the color is a little bit too blue for sea glass, so I was like, well, I'll add a little yellow. Well, I added a little yellow and then it was too yellow, so I added a little bit more of the blue, and I just never really got the color how I wanted it. But all I did was take that mixture and just paint it right onto the glass and set it aside to dry. Now for the other jar, I really wanted this to look like amber glass. I'll put a reference picture on the screen if you don't know what that is. So I thought, what has that ambery color besides mixing food color together to try to get brown? And I thought of vanilla extract. Well, I didn't think that through quite enough because vanilla extract is made out of alcohol, which is going to cut through the Mod Podge and turn it into a very soupy mess. But nonetheless, I did try painting it onto the jar to see if it would do anything. It gave it a little bit of a tint, but I knew that this was not going to give me my desired look, so I just wiped that off and resorted to just giving the jar a very thick coat of white chalk paint instead. Once that was dry, I went in with my sanding block. You could also use sandpaper to kind of just give it a little bit more of a rustic look. and painted the area where the label goes with some black chalk paint. That way I could write on whatever the contents of the jar contains. Now, Dollar Tree has these really great signs that they sell around the holidays with different themes. I own a couple that I decorate with around like Halloween and Christmas. So I picked up this 4th of July sign and thought it would make the greatest blank canvas for this kind of letterboard thing. I'm not quite sure what to call it. So I cut the handle off and then also tried to remove the sticker, but that honestly didn't work very well. And I was just like, whatever, I'm just covering it up with paint anyway. And all I did was give this a pretty good coat of chalk paint. I didn't care if it was a little streaky because I thought that gave it kind of a rustic-y, kind of wood grain effect. And I actually ended up doing 2 coats in total of the paint. This supply is not from the dollar store, but very cheap from the craft store. You'll need at least 3 pieces of balsa wood, and the thinnest you can get it. And all I did was give those planks of wood a very nice coat of white chalk paint. While those were drying, I decided I'm going to use some wood stain. This is completely optional, but I thought it would give it a nice effect. And I'm using Dollar Tree popsicle sticks to make the little pieces that hold the letters onto the board. So I just gave those all a very nice coat of stain. I just thought this color would look nice, but the natural wood of the popsicle sticks is also a very nice color too, so you can completely skip this step if you don't want to mess around with wood stain. Now, while those were drying, I took some of the other popsicle sticks and kind of laid them out on the board so I could see where I would want them, set those aside, and began measuring. I did 3 inches between each, I guess, level of sticks. I'm not really sure what to call this, but it makes sense if you saw the B-roll clips in the beginning. Once that was done, it's time to glue on the popsicle sticks. Now, my Dollar Tree had small and large popsicle sticks, so you'll need the small ones too. I glued those down first across the board in the 3 middle sections, and I will glue on the other ones later. And it's always good to just test your piece of balsa wood to make sure it can slide in and out when you have one popsicle down and then another of the bigger ones on top. So that's just what I'm doing here. Once that's done and your stained popsicle sticks are dry, go ahead and just use some kind of strong, sharp scissors, or even if you have like a little saw, to cut the ends off the popsicle sticks so that they're nice and straight. And then since the big popsicle sticks were a little bit larger than the board, I just marked them and cut them all that length and repeated that so that I could have 5 rows of the large stained popsicle sticks. And then all I did was assemble the top popsicle stick row by gluing the small ones into the middle of the big ones and attaching them to the board, and then kind of repeated that for the rest of the sign. So once your sign is assembled, it's time to make the little letters that you can slide in and out. So then going back to your balsa wood, flip it over onto the back and begin marking your sizes for your letters. I just did a little bit more than 2.5 inches tall by 2 inches wide for each letter. But in the end, I ended up going back and cutting the width of the letter pieces a little bit narrower just so I could fit 5 letters across on the board instead of 4, which is all it would fit when I did this original measurement. Then just go ahead with some sharp scissors again, and you can actually just cut right through this balsa wood, and there you have your little letter pieces. Then from the craft store, I bought a pack of just solid black, bold kind of letters and began sticking them on. My recommendation is to at least do 3 of each consonant and 4 of each vowel. That way you can make an unlimited amount of phrases. Now, for the sake of this video, I only did enough letters to spell out what I'm putting on the board, just to save myself some time. And then all you have to do is slide letters on into whatever phrase you want, and you have your completed letterboard. 3 ideas that I came up with using mostly Dollar Tree supplies. I hope you guys liked them as much as I do. Leave a comment below if you have any other things you would like to see me do from the Dollar Tree, whether it be decor, organization, whatever you'd like to see. I would like to hear that down below in the comments. And if you liked this video and want to see more like it, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And before I go, remember to hit that subscribe button. That way you can see my next couple of weeks of videos. I promise I am coming back at you with some great DIYs that I'm so excited to share. So that's all I have for you guys this time. Thanks so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!